You think you know what you're drinking. You see the happiness, the smiles, but it's a performance, and you are the audience. An empire built not on taste, but on a carefully engineered addiction. A formula designed to flow through the veins of the world, to make you want more, always more. The secret wasn't sugar. It was a substance that built empires and destroyed lives. They didn't just sell a drink, they sold control, and the cocaine was just the start. The real story is how they perfected the formula to keep you hooked. What I'm about to show you will change the way you see that red can forever. And then came the master stroke. They stopped selling a product and started selling an idea. Happiness, family, Christmas. They didn't just advertise, they infiltrated your memories. They became a part of you. But the world was waking up. The secret was out. Newspapers screamed of the poison in their bottles, and the empire was on the verge of collapse. They removed one addiction and replaced it with two others. An obscene flood of sugar and a weaponized dose of caffeine. They didn't remove the hook, they just made it legal. You saw the crack in the facade. You saw the secret ingredient. But the cocaine, that was just the beginning. The real story isn't about what they put in the bottle. It's about how they put the bottle inside your mind. The world was waking up. The secret was out. By the early 1900s, newspapers screamed of the poison in their bottles. A moral panic swept the nation, and the Coca-Cola empire, barely born, was on the verge of collapse. They had to act. They had to silence the truth. In a dark, smoky back room, a decision was made. A decision that would change the world forever. So they performed a magic trick right in front of everyone's eyes. They needed to remove the illegal, controversial ingredient without losing the one thing that made their product so successful: its addictive quality. They had to keep you coming back for more. Their solution was a work of corporate genius and pure deception. They removed one addiction and replaced it with two others: an obscene flood of sugar and a weaponized dose of caffeine. They didn't remove the hook, they just made it legal. The formula was changed, but the mission remained the same: create a product that the human body would crave on a chemical level. But a new formula wasn't enough. They had to erase the memory of their dark past. They had to wash the stain clean. And then came the master stroke. They stopped selling a product and started selling an idea. Using the new, powerful tools of modern psychology to turn advertisements into propaganda. They didn't just advertise, they infiltrated your memories. They took the happiest moments of human existence, a family dinner, a summer day, a first love, and stamped their red logo all over them. They created a world where happiness itself seemed to have a sponsor. Their greatest weapon? A jolly old man in a red suit. Before Coca-Cola, Santa Claus was depicted in many ways, often as a thin, spooky elf. It was Coke's massive advertising campaigns in the 1930s that cemented the image we know today. The big, happy, grandfatherly figure. They didn't just use Santa. In many ways, they invented the modern Santa. They hijacked a beloved cultural icon, forever linking the magic of Christmas with the taste of their drink. Their logo became a symbol, more recognizable than the Christian cross across the globe. It was everywhere. On billboards, in movie theaters, painted on the sides of buildings in remote villages. Repetition was the key. See it enough times, and it becomes a part of you. A comforting presence, a thoughtless choice. And that is the true, dark genius of Coca-Cola. The product itself became secondary. What they were really selling was a feeling, a carefully manufactured piece of nostalgia for a past that never really existed. They didn't sell a drink. They sold the memory of every happy moment you've ever had, compressed into a single red can. But this empire, built on sugar and nostalgia, has a price. A very real price, paid not by the corporation, but by the world. The rivers of sugar they unleashed have fueled a global health crisis, contributing to epidemics of obesity and diabetes. The promise of happiness in a bottle has left a trail of very real suffering. And the cost isn't just to our bodies. To deliver this product to every corner of the globe, they built a logistical network that consumes staggering amounts of water, often in regions where it is most scarce. And for every bottle enjoyed, another piece of plastic joins the mountains of waste choking our planet. So what is Coca-Cola, really? It's a monument to the power of marketing, a symbol of corporate genius that took a dangerous nerve tonic from a 19th century pharmacy and transformed it into the world's most powerful brand. It's a story of how a company can sell us an image so powerful, so deeply embedded in our culture, that we forget to ask what's really inside the bottle. So the next time you see that iconic red can, the next time you hear that familiar fizz, ask yourself, what are you really thirsty for?